uranium enrichment and Iran's supposed quest for a nuclear weapon, that's all just a distraction. That's a red herring. This has, I think, a lot more to do with eliminating the Islamic Republic and replacing it with a regime that's going to be pliant, obedient to the West. Particularly because Iran is in such a critical spot geographically and economically, now being part of BRICS, that candidly it's a far more important member of BRICS than Brazil, South Africa, who were founding members of BRICS. And I think you could even make a case more important than India by virtue of Iran's natural gas, oil resources, and its location. But clearly, Israel took a beating with respect to the missiles. The fact that their censors clamped down so hard on the news reporting about what was actually hit. When you look at it, I always say compare what's happened between Russia and Ukraine over the last 3 years, 5 months. In that period, Russia's launched, a lot of ballistic missiles, a lot of cruise missiles. They've dropped bombs. They've hit them with tens of thousands of drones. Well, Iran is 3 times the size of Ukraine, both in terms of landmass and in terms of population. And so when it comes to exchanging missiles back and forth, Iran shut down Ben Gurion Airport. Israel only has one international airport. There was no other way for civilians to get out. Whereas Iran had 29 international airports. And so Israel shut down 2 of them. Well, they still had 27 more that they could operate out of. Similarly with ports, Israel only had the 2 ports at Ashdod and Haifa. Those were damaged and stopped operating while the war was underway because the insurance companies weren't letting ships go in there. So all of a sudden, Israel now has cut off from air legs of supply and cut off from sea routes of supply. Then the 2 refineries damaged. So they were both at Haifa and Ashdod. So just on an economic standpoint, Israel was taking a far worse beating than Iran. I'm not saying Iran didn't suffer any damage, but Iran could have definitely kept this going, and it was an arranged exit. The United States, I don't know the particulars of who approached who and what deals were made, but the United States got to launch its show attack on the 3 nuclear processing facilities. So I think Iran's now got to be prepared, though, that this isn't over. The West is coming back. Israel intends to, but Israel by itself does not have the capability. It needs the United States.
سرچ مدیا